that matters. This is Ksee 24 News Sunrise.
Coming up, the economy remains as one of the biggest concerns for Americans heading into the midterm elections. Plus, a new poll showing some Californians are concerned about the direction of the state. What else it is revealing? Good morning. I'm Liv Johnson. Brody Logan and Caroline Collins have the day off. Thank you so much for waking up with us. First, let's take a look outside at our sky cam. It's a little chilly right now, but we will have a pleasant afternoon. Isn't that right, Ruben?
It is. We're going to be in the 70s once again. Lots of sunshine, but we are going to see some clouds from time to time into the afternoon. Not expecting any rain from these clouds, but that will change next week. And of course, skies are clear this morning. You can see that from our valley cam overlooking the Fresno Air Terminal this morning. Still chilly out there. We're in the 40s for most of the valley, but it looks like we're avoiding the 30s. And Fresno actually holding on to the 50s this morning at 50 degrees. Mid-70s for highs. We're close to the average of 73 for this time of year. South Valley looking for a high of 76 in Hanford, 75 in the North Valley for Madera. And up in the Sierra, really nice for this time of year. Of course, a little bit cooler compared to the valley. 67 degrees in Yosemite, 73 for Oakers, and 61 degrees in Shaver Lake. We're say cold 28 degrees this morning. So the highest rate of the Sierra dealing with those cold temperatures. We have rain on the way for the valley and a little bit of snow for the Sierra. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But first, for now, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Ruben. The economy remains as one of the biggest concerns for Americans heading into the midterm elections. Worries of a recession are still present. Washington correspondent Basil John reports on why the president wants Americans to trust Democrats to handle the economy. Good morning.
Liv, good morning. And yes, the country's GDP rose 2.6% between July and September. The president is excited about this, and he says Americans should be as well.
It's really good. There's nothing bad about the report.
President Joe Biden says the country is on the right track as reports showed the economy grew.
The core inflation is actually down about 1.5 points. We're in a situation where we've created more jobs.
Thursday, the president visited Syracuse, New York to highlight Micron's $100 billion investment in the development of semiconductors in the U.S.
And it's going to ensure that the future is made in America.
This comes as the president and others in his party all across the country are fighting for control in the House and Senate, and Republicans are honed in on inflation and a possible recession.
Inflation has skyrocketed to the highest rate in 40 years, outpacing Americans' wages.
Michigan Congressman Tim Walberg urges Americans to support Republicans who he says will turn the economy around. But the president says Republicans put the country in this position in the first place.
Look what we inherited. I inherited 6.5% unemployment. It's down to 3.5%. We lost hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs. We've created over 700,000 manufacturing jobs. Things are moving.
Now, the president says the latest economic report shows that Americans are in a better position for pay raises and job security, even with the current rate of inflation. Reporting live in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Thank you, Basil. As we have been telling you, the midterm election is less than 2 weeks away now, and a new poll shows Californians have made up their minds on a couple major ballot measures. Prop 26 would legalize in-person sports betting on some tribal lands and select horse racing tracks. But a new poll from the Public Policy Institute of California shows 66% of people are not in favor of Prop 26. The poll surveyed more than 1,700 Californians, and more than 50% of those surveyed are also against Prop 30. The measure would increase taxes for millionaires to help pay for more electric cars and help fund wildfire prevention. When it comes to the race for governor, Gavin Newsom still comes out on top, but more than half of those surveyed say they are concerned about the direction of the state. And Newsom renewing his pledge to tackle homelessness across the state. During a ribbon cutting in Southern California for a new homeless command center, he touched on the money and other investments his administration has made, including $5.8 billion in the Project Home Key program, which turns hotels and other buildings into homes for the unhoused. However, he addressed the steps he is taking to help get help for those who are not seeking it right now.
Care Court's going to address as it relates to people with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, paranoia, people self-medicating with drug or alcohol addictions. And we're going to create some opportunities to get law enforcement in a compassionate way, work with social workers and work with family members and community leaders to actually address those vexing issues.
Discuss the frustration many in the state feel about homeless encampments in cities across California, and he said he feels it too. The governor said his administration is committed to cleaning them up across the state. Right now, we are following breaking news. Paul Pelosi, husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is in the hospital this morning after being assaulted in their San Francisco home. According to a press release from the House Speaker's office, an assailant broke into the home and violently attacked Paul Pelosi. The suspect is in custody. There's no word yet on a possible motive. Paul Pelosi is expected to make a full recovery, and Speaker Nancy Pelosi was not in San Francisco at the time. Ksee 24 sunrise time is 6:05. Still ahead, Clovis High will face off against Clovis West tonight, and our Gabe Salazar is getting into the spirit at a rally in Clovis. We'll be live when we come back.
And we're holding on to the mild conditions for Halloween weekend, but changes are on the way. First, your 40-hour forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Elm and Juniper, the top pollens. We're in the low range through Monday. I'll show you when we could finally see some rain in the valley as Ksee Sunrise continues.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
By using third-party financing with competitive programs, your new smile can be affordable and easy. Call Better Life today to see if you qualify.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Join us for Clausen Motorsports' 4th Annual Veterans Motorcycle Run on Saturday, November 5th.
I'm Anthony, and my kidneys are failing me. Dialysis treatments saved my life. But Prop 29 will shut down dialysis clinics, threatening the lives of 80,000 dialysis patients. Vote no on 29.
Politician Adam Gray. You pay his salary, but he skips work. Skipped over 150 votes. Didn't even vote to stop the gas tax. When he does show up, his votes make things worse. Gray voted for a multi-million-dollar tax on dairy farmers, a $3 million tax on grape growers, and a massive tax increase on livestock feed. Adam Gray. We're better off without him. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm David Valadeo, and I approve this message.
For Rudy Salas, life is one big party. He didn't show up for work almost 450 times. But Rudy Salas did show up for luxury vacations and lavish parties paid for by lobbyists and special interests. And while Rudy Salas was having a good time, we got hammered by higher inflation and his 73-cent per gallon increase in the price of gas. Rudy Salas looks out for himself, and we get the bill.
I'm Rudy Salas, and I approve this message.
I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 31 years old. It's ridiculous how much the price of insulin has gone up. David Valadeo voted against capping insulin at $35.
David Valadeo and Washington Republicans are forcing Central Valley families to choose between medicine, food, and gas. Washington Republicans just don't get it.
Diabetes affects your heart, your liver, your eyes. I have to have my insulin.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Here's why doctors, nurses, and patients
urge you to vote no on Prop 29.
29 would shut down dialysis clinics,
risking my life
and the lives of 80,000 other dialysis patients.
Please
vote no
on 29.
Welcome back on this Friday morning into Halloween weekend. Temperatures are going to stay chilly each morning, but the afternoon temperatures mild and seasonable. Let's take you outside first to show you a live picture from our Valley Cam at Kauai Health in Visalia. Looking off to the northeast this morning, clear skies, and we're waiting for the sun to rise, which will happen close to 7:15 this morning, and we're approaching the coolest portion of the day. Most of the valley in the 40s, 43 in Visalia and Merced, 50 in Fresno, and it is a little bit warmer out there compared to this time yesterday, so we're adding to our high temperatures. Plus, we're going to see a few clouds move in this this afternoon, and no rain associated with these clouds. Basically going to decorate our skies. As students head out the door for school today, grab the sweater and jacket because temperatures will be on the cool side at first bell. But at the end of the day, comfortable highs in the mid-70s for your Halloween weekend. Temperatures stay in the 70s. Still seeing some clouds tomorrow. More sunshine on Sunday, and then some clouds again on Monday. We're not expecting any rain Halloween night, so good news for trick-or-treaters. And temperatures will be fairly comfortable. Nighttime temperatures will be in the 60s towards 6 o'clock or so. But after that, we were talking about a big cool down with a little bit of rain into next week. We'll show you that in a few minutes. But first, for now, Liv, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Ruben. Well, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for some Friday Night Lights tonight. And our Gabe Salazar is at Clovis High School right now. He is going to show us. Ooh, look, did you just change? Wow, you have a lot of students with you right now. All right, Gabe, what do you have for us at the top of this hour?
All right, Liv, so we are live at Clovis High, aka Cougar Country. So they are wrapping their All Clovis week with their rivalry game against Clovis West. Joining me now is Braden. So who do you think is going to win tonight?
Oh, Clovis High for sure.
And Kaylee, how does it feel like to get the whole community out in support of the school?
We truly have the best community here, and it's amazing to see all the support.
All right, so we want to show you how much spirit they have, so let's see all the students out here. As you can see, everyone is repping their blue and gold today. The JV game is going to be at 4 o'clock. Varsity is going to be at 7 o'clock. Everyone in attendance this morning is lucky enough to get a free ticket to tonight's game. As well, they came out here bright and early at 4 in the morning. It is still dark outside. Who is going to win tonight's game? All right, let's get the mascots out here. Everyone wants to see our mascots be TikTok famous, so break a dance move right now. Ooh, you flexible. All right, so what is it going to take for you guys to get the W tonight?
It's just going to take our O-line to work, allow our freshman quarterback just to eat, and feed Jaden Carrillo tonight.
I mean, you guys were up since 4 in the morning. Do you think you're going to have enough energy for tonight?
Oh, yeah. We're from Cougar Country. We always have energy.
We have it.
What do you think the score is going to be?
I think it might be a blowout, 45-0, Clovis High. We're winning.
Sounds about right. All right, one more question, though. Just making sure. Who's going to win tonight? Liv, back to you.
All right, thank you, Gabe. Those mascots, so talented. I also wish I had as much energy as they did this morning. KC24 sunrise time is 6:13. Still ahead, Sweet Potato Festival is next month. A live interview about the event next.
What I see on KC24, stories of everyday people making a big difference and an impact in our community. I see passion. I see a collective driven to make changes in public policy, voicing concerns and advocating issues, making the Valley better for everyone. I see local stories making an impact. So I want to invite you to see it all here every day on KC24 News.
For Rudy Salas, it's a charmed life. Paid the highest legislative salary in the nation, even as Californians pay the highest gas prices. Given over $80,000 in free gifts and trips. Some were financed by groups pushing a bill that could raise gas prices 73 cents a gallon higher. Salas backed their bill, selling you out. They paid his way, we paid the price. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that true? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. California. Abortion rights are literally on the ballot this year. And you get your ballot in the mail automatically. So if you believe in protecting the fundamental right to abortion, and the fundamental right to contraceptives and want to stop politicians from getting in the way? Then vote yes on Prop 1. Sign and date your ballot. And return it by November 8th to make your vote count. No stamp needed.
Imagine having a cushy six-figure salary and not doing your job. That's politician Rudy Salas. Salas has skipped over 400 votes in the legislature. The Jobs Committee he sits on, Salas skipped nearly 60% of those meetings. Worse, Salas skipped a vote that would have lowered our gas prices. We're paying him a six-figure salary for that? Rudy Salas is just not working for us. The NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Rudy Salas, and I approve this message.
I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 31 years old. It's ridiculous how much the price of insulin has gone up. David Valadao voted against capping insulin at $35.
David Valadao and Washington Republicans are forcing Central Valley families to choose between medicine, food, and gas. Washington Republicans just don't get it.
Diabetes affects your heart, your liver, your eyes. I have to have my insulin.
Get local news that matters at the new YourCentralValley.com and your certified accurate forecasts every day. Ksee 24 News is always available at YourCentralValley.com. Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by More Furniture for Less.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Temperatures are on the chilly side, but this afternoon comfortable once again. We're staying in the 70s for the entire Halloween weekend. Next week, though, we're still talking about some changes, and those changes include a little bit of rain. 50 degrees this morning in Fresno, 40s and 50s along the coast, and then we do have some 60s in the desert region of the Southwest and a cold 34 degrees in Salt Lake City, Utah. We do have temperatures in our 30s at the highest terrain of the Sierra locally. Most of the Central Valley, though, in the 40s, 43 in Merced, 43 in Visalia, and 42 for Hanford, and 50 in Fresno this morning. It is a little bit warmer out there compared to this time yesterday, and we're going to add to our high temperatures in the afternoon, and we're also going to see some clouds from time to time. Clear skies right now. This is a live picture from our Valley Cam, one of our new Valley Cams in the South Valley at Tulare. The Tulare outlets this morning looking off to the north. Clear skies this morning. Our temperatures are on the chilly side, and we're going to be warm. Conditions stay dry, even though we're going to see some clouds from time to time. High pressure still technically in control of our weather pattern, but we're watching a system out in the Gulf of Alaska that will move in. We'll see some clouds in advance of that from time to time over the next few days, but the precipitation holds off for the entire weekend. It's next week, though, that's where we have a chance of rain. You're still going to see some clouds throughout the day on Saturday. Again, no rain expected, more sunshine on Sunday, and then temperatures remain fairly mild. Matter of fact, they get a little bit warmer Halloween afternoon, then they cool off fairly fast after that. 76 degrees in Fresno today. 73 is the average, and 89 is the record set back in 2003. We made it to 74 yesterday, so just a little bit warmer. 75 in Pixley, 78 in Kiliman City, 77 in Selma, 76 in Fresno. 55 for Sequoia, 58 in China Peak, 73 in Oakhurst, 67 for Yosemite, 72 in Mariposa, 75 for Merced. And temperatures tonight will also be in the 40s. Air quality still in the good category for the North Valley and for Sequoia National Park, moderate for Fresno, Kings, and Tulare counties. It's still great pumpkin patch weather out there if you haven't found that pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern just yet. Temperatures in the 60s by the midday hours, or highs today mid-70s. Even this evening towards 6 o'clock, we're going to be in the 70s, but of course we cool off fairly fast after sunset, so have the sweater and jacket handy in the morning and again in the evening hours. 70 forecast shows we're in the 70s this weekend, and we're going to see a mix of clouds and sunshine, mid to upper 70s on Halloween. The clouds are going to increase throughout the day, but we are not expecting any rain Halloween evening. So good news for trick-or-treaters. Will just be a little cloudy with temperatures in the 60s. Those showers arrive by sunset Tuesday. They linger into Wednesday morning. It'll be a little breezy, and we cool off to the 50s for Wednesday and Thursday. Some of our coldest temperatures probably since March, so it's been quite some time since it's been this cool. Your regional forecast available any time of the day. Just go to YourCentralValley.com to check it out. For now, Liv, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Ruben. Well, students have prepared the soil, planted and watered sweet potatoes. Now they are ready to move on to the next phase of harvesting, selling, and creating sweet potato products. Joining us now to tell us all about the project and what's next for these students is the West Fresno Family Resource Center sweet potato team. Patrick Hamilton and Asenia Porter, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
So first, I want to ask, why sweet potatoes?
Well, sweet potatoes, they grow on the ground in bunches together. So we teach in the community to stick together and unity. You know, together we're strong.
Okay, so a little bit of meaning to why sweet potatoes. And how did this program get started?
My director, she came in from a trip one day and seen this program in St. Louis. Reached out to St. Louis, the program out there, and decided that we in Fresno can incorporate this program in some way, somehow. So we came up with a pilot and then just took off from there. The program reached out to the community and the kids enrolled, and we got started from there.
So how did this program, or how does it help the community?
Well, actually, it gives the kids a safe place to dream and a sense of belonging in the community. You know, we have this thing with the community to where they allow the kids to come there, or the streets will allow the kids to come there without being bothered, without being harassed, and actually think outside the box, and provides a sense of hope for the future.
And then what comes next for the students?
We are looking into dual enrollment, incorporating this program into schools, because our youth is our future. If they have this safe place incorporated in their home and the school, it'll push change for our future. We are also looking into a food truck to be able to provide sustainability for our program, as well as provide employment for the students.
And we have the festival this weekend. What can people expect at the festival? Are those milkshakes, and do they have sweet potatoes in them?
Yes. So expect to see everything made and created from sweet potatoes. That's our thing, all about sweet potatoes. So the students will create products from the sweet potatoes that we've grown, and have a taste test competition, I would say, and let the community be the judge.
Wow, everything from sweet potatoes. That sounds so fun and honestly delicious. And I got ahead of myself. I said this weekend, it's November 12th, and it is Saturday, obviously, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Farmers Market Triangle, which is near Edison High School at Klett and Kern Avenues. Thank you, Asenia and Patrick, for joining us so much. I hope everyone that's watching heads out to that festival and at least tries some of these foods made out of sweet potatoes. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Ksee 24 sunrise time is 6:22. We'll be right back.
Coming up today at 3, Ghost Golf is a hole-in-one this Halloween weekend. We play around a putt-putt. Plus, Barks and Brews is happening in Tulare. We have a special guest and all the details today at 3.
Families are struggling, and David Valadeo is making things worse. Valadeo voted against capping insulin prices, refused COVID relief for families, but his family business took thousands, even opposed raising the minimum wage. David Valadeo, out for himself, but Rudy Salas is putting the Valley first. Salas got overtime pay for farm workers and stood up to drug companies to lower insulin costs. Rudy Salas, lowering costs, standing with us. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
California. Abortion rights are literally on the ballot this year, and you get your ballot in the mail automatically. So if you believe in protecting the fundamental right to abortion and the fundamental right to contraceptives and want to stop politicians from getting in the way, then vote yes on Prop 1. Sign and date your ballot, and return it by November 8th to make your vote count. No stamp needed.
I'm David Valadeo, and I approve this message.
For Rudy Salas, life is one big party. He didn't show up for work almost 450 times, but Rudy Salas did show up for luxury vacations and lavish parties paid for by lobbyists and special interests. And while Rudy Salas was having a good time, we got hammered by higher inflation and his 73-cent per gallon increase in the price of gas. Rudy Salas looks out for himself, and we get the bill.
For Central Valley women, our doctors and nurses, it's a tough new world since the Supreme Court took away our right to choose. Even tougher if John Duarte ever gets to Congress. Because John Duarte supports allowing extremist politicians to ban abortion. No exceptions, not for rape or incest. Can't John Duarte see the harm that does to all of us? We still have the right to choose our congressman, and we can't choose John Duarte. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
The bedroom of your dreams is on sale during the Black Friday sale at More Furniture.
Get this beautiful padded bed in multiple color options for only $3.95.
Choose this solid wood bed for only $4.95.
Or upgrade to this cottage contemporary bed for only $5.95.
No matter what you choose, you'll always get the best price at More Furniture during our Black Friday sale.
Preview all sales specials online at morefurniture.com.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. It is chilly out there. Our temperatures this afternoon stay on the mild side, fairly comfortable, fairly seasonable for late October. Stick outside first to show you the sunrise happening right now from our Valley Cam outside Ksee 24. We're looking off to the east. You see the sunlight starting to peek over the mountain range of Fresno County this morning. Temperatures mid to upper 70s for the entire weekend. We might go just a little above average into Halloween. We're not expecting any rain on Halloween or in the nighttime hours, but the day after, that's when we could see a little bit of rain, and temperatures, at least for Fresno, drop into the low 70s. The rest of the valley could be in the 60s for highs that day. Today, though, we're going to be in the upper 40s to low 50s through 7 o'clock, 60s at lunchtime, the mid 70s this afternoon, seeing some clouds from time to time, but not expecting any rain from this wave of cloud cover. That's a different story, as we talked about coming on Tuesday. We'll show you that 70 forecast in a few minutes. Ksee sunrise time coming up on 627. We'll be right back.
I can't go anywhere where I am not having heinies shoved in my face.
Slut shaming.
Clothing is power for women. Nobody's attacking anybody's character.
They told her to kill herself. All new Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 4 on Ksee 24.
Prop 26 is a massive expansion of gambling in California. It would give wealthy tribal casinos a virtual monopoly on sports betting. No wonder every major California newspaper opposes Prop 26. The Fresno Bee says voters should reject Prop 26. The LA Times calls Prop 26 toxic and a bad bet. The Mercury News says Prop 26 would enable reckless profiteering. Vote no on Prop 26.
These are the faces of the future, and the future is bright, especially with the energy and knowledge Des House brings to the city of Clovis.
We're no one suburb, and I intend to keep it that way. I'm Des House. Clovis first, Clovis always.
I am sick of politicians failing to keep us safe. I will always ensure violent criminals serve their full sentences. Unlike Mark Pazin, who let an accused double murderer go free and accidentally released a convicted sex offender, with crime on the rise, I secured nearly $2 billion for law enforcement. Mark cut officers, then quit his job as sheriff to take a cushy Sacramento political gig. I will never quit on keeping your family and our community safe.
Politician Adam Gray. You pay his salary, but he skips work. Skipped over 150 votes. Didn't even vote to stop the gas tax. When he does show up, his votes make things worse. Gray voted for a multi-million-dollar tax on dairy farmers, a $3 million tax on grape growers, and a massive tax increase on livestock feed. Adam Gray. We're better off without him. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm David Valadeo, and I approve this message.
For Rudy Salas, life is one big party. He didn't show up for work almost 450 times, but Rudy Salas did show up for luxury vacations and lavish parties paid for by lobbyists and special interests. And while Rudy Salas was having a good time, we got hammered by higher inflation and his 73-cent per gallon increase in the price of gas. Rudy Salas looks out for himself, and we get the bill.
I'm Adam Gray, and I approve this message. John Duarte doesn't live here and hasn't done a thing to lower gas prices. I voted to stop the tax on diesel for tractors and trucks, and I wrote the bill to suspend the gas tax. I took on Sacramento to protect our water and our jobs. That's why Valley sheriffs and local newspapers support me. I'm the independent Democrat for Congress.
Next, Victoria Beckham. Oh my God! You're such a style icon.
I'm a bit of a control freak. You need to get yourself on the catwalk.
On the next Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 2 on KC24. KC24 News is brought to you in part by More Furniture for Less. Local news that matters. This is KC24 News Sunrise.
Ahead on KC24 Sunrise, a suspect identified after a bizarre and shocking crime at the Ford Lithia dealership in Fresno.
And apparently went into one of the conference rooms and stabbed a 56-year-old victim multiple times in the back and then ran out.
Fresno police now saying this wasn't the first time he'd done something like this. And Fresno City Council President Nelson Esparza back in court as he faces felony extortion charges.
We did enter a not guilty plea, absolutely not guilty.
A motion to dismiss the case denied by the judge and another hearing set in 2 weeks. Plus, students in Clovis are getting pumped up for Friday Night Lights. Gabe Salazar is live at Clovis High ahead of their big game against Clovis West. KC24 Sunrise starts now. Good morning, I'm Liv Johnson. Brody Logan and Caroline Collins have the day off. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Let's start by looking outside at our sky cam. Ooh, the sunrise is coming up nicely, and we are going to have a nice weekend ahead. Isn't that right, Ruben?
It's still going to feel a little like fall. There might just be a little bit warmer, but those clouds will move in later on this afternoon. We're not expecting any rain for the weekend, but that's a different story for next week. Clear skies, chilly conditions this morning, and our temperatures this afternoon close to average, which is about 73. Going for a high of 75 in Merced today, 76 in Fresno, and at Visalia, a high of 76. Most of the valley, low to mid 40s this morning, so it is chilly out there, just not as cold as yesterday morning, but still chilly no matter what for a sweater or a jacket. Mid 70s in Madera, Mendota, Hanford this afternoon. Up in the Sierra, still a little cool in the afternoon. Low 60s for Yosemite and Shaver Lake, then 70s for Oakers this afternoon. Again, just seen some clouds from time to time, and Shaver Lake start off with a temperature of 28 degrees this morning. By the middle of the week, we are talking about rain for the valley and snow in the Sierra. Well, more details on that in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Ruben. Now, we are following breaking news right now. Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is in the hospital this morning after being assaulted in their San Francisco home. According to a press release from the House Speaker's office, an assailant broke into the home, violently attacked Paul Pelosi, and the suspect is in custody. There's no word yet on a possible motive. Paul Pelosi is expected to make a full recovery, and the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, was not in San Francisco at the time. New details are emerging about a bizarre and shocking crime that took place Wednesday morning at the Ford Lithia dealership in Fresno. Police identified the suspect in the stabbing as 36-year-old Manuel Bracker. Police say Bracker allegedly followed the victim to the Ford dealership from the nearby Target parking lot and attacked him in front of a room full of people. As shocking as the attack was, however, it wasn't the first time he'd done something like this.
Basically, the suspect involved entered into the facility and apparently went into one of the conference rooms and stabbed a 56-year-old victim multiple times in the back and then ran out.
Just 2 years ago, the Fresno Police Department arrested him for attempted murder, trying to stab a clerk at a hotel.
It was 2 years ago that police said Bracker attacked another person while they worked. He was charged with attempted murder, but the charge was reduced to a lesser crime. He ended up serving only 1 year in jail. And Balderrama said he's a violent criminal and he should have been kept in jail the first time around.
We have a lot of people who are unhoused. We have a lot of individuals who are suffering from serious mental health issues, and you have a lot of drug abuse and drug dependency. So if you take a person with a violent history who has mental health issues and is also addicted to methamphetamine, you have a recipe for just a lot of chaos and violence.
And Balderrama said Bracker was caught because several witnesses at the dealership followed him out after the stabbing and then told police exactly where he was running to. The victim that he stabbed is in critical but stable condition. Fresno City Council President Nelson Esparza back in court Thursday. He's facing charges including felony extortion.
Enter a not guilty plea, absolutely not guilty.
Esparza maintained his innocence during his court appearance. The Fresno City Council president is accused of threatening the employment of former city attorney Doug Sloan. Esparza's attorneys filed a motion to dismiss the case, but the judge set a pre-preliminary hearing for November 2nd and a preliminary hearing for November 10th.
We're disappointed that we're experiencing this 2-week delay here. I was really looking forward to bringing this to a resolution today.
If Esparza is found guilty of his felony charge, he faces potential fines, jail time, and up to 3 years in state prison. After months of searching and heartbreak for her family, Jalissa Fuentes was laid to rest on Thursday. Family and friends gathered in Fowler to celebrate her life. They were not the only ones in attendance. The search for Jalissa touched the hearts of so many people who never even met her but were praying for closure for her family.
Because I have kids in a similar age, just worried, and all I can do is just, pray for her family, and I'm glad that she's found and she finally gets to rest. Be with her Lord.
You got different friends in life, and she was one of a kind. It's hard. I know I'm not going to find another friend like her.
Selma's police chief was also there. He grew very close to the family and actually led to the discovery of her body while he was out doing a personal search. $38 million will help convert a former Fresno hotel into permanent affordable housing. The funding will help renovate the Crossroads Village at Blackstone and Dakota. It was formerly known as the Smuggler's Inn. Crossroads Village opened in 2021. The plan is to create 141 units of permanent affordable housing, including 1-, 2-, and 3-bedroom apartments. The renovations will start this spring and is expected to take 18 months to finish. There's a new neighborhood resource center in Clovis. Exceptional Parents Unlimited celebrated the opening of their Willow Center at Willow Avenue in San Gabriel. The center provides service such as classes for parenting and financial education workshops at no cost. Ksee 24 sunrise time is 6:36 and still ahead. Imagine having your own personal photographer in any city you visit. Service offering just that, and we will tell you all about it after this.
Plus, it's going to be mild and dry for this weekend, but big changes on the way. First, your 40 forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Elm and Juniper, the top pollens, were in the low range through Monday. We'll show you when rain finally returns to the valley as Ksee Sunrise continues.
No pressure, but it all comes down to this.
This one is for all the marbles. The whole enchilada. The kit and the caboodle.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Capital One College Bowl tonight on NBC.
Dateline tonight. A deadly blaze, a murder for hire, and a killer minutes away from escaping justice.
This was a race against time. It was.
The undercover sting that sealed his fate. Dateline tonight, 10/9 Central.
California. Abortion rights are literally on the ballot this year, and you get your ballot in the mail automatically. So if you believe in protecting the fundamental right to abortion and the fundamental right to contraceptives and want to stop politicians from getting in the way, then vote yes on Prop 1. Sign and date your ballot and return it by November 8th to make your vote count. No stamp needed.
I'm a Vegas hotel. I know what you're thinking. It's cool. I don't want anything long-term either. Just a few nights of fun. I'm looking for someone who will let loose. Dress up a little. See a show. Order the steak and the lobster. Some people say I'm excessive, but who cares? I just want to enjoy some late nights. And some very late checkouts. Think you can keep up?
Imagine having a cushy 6-figure salary and not doing your job. That's politician Rudy Salas. Salas has skipped over 400 votes in the legislature. The Jobs Committee he sits on, Salas skipped nearly 60% of those meetings. Worse, Salas skipped a vote that would have lowered our gas prices. We're paying him a 6-figure salary for that? Rudy Salas is just not working for us. The NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In the Valley, we work for everything we have. But not David Shepard. He wants to be the Valley's state senator, even though he only moved here during the pandemic. Shepard came from his family's beachfront property in Orange County after he got sued for physically threatening other tenants and throwing drunken parties that hurt local businesses. Shepard's not a farmer. He's a fraud. He'll never work for the Valley in the state Senate.
2 new IHOP lunch and dinner menu items for twice the goodness, twice the flavor, and twice the choice. Sirloin Salisbury steak and all-natural salmon. Perfect for lunch or dinner. Only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat,
Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's trout.
it matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl.
Hilton for the stay.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. A little chilly out there still, and this afternoon will be warmer, but we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover today compared to yesterday. Clear skies this morning, and the sunrise happening right now. Live picture from our Valley Cam at Ksee Health in Visalia. We're looking off to the east. You can see the sunlight starting to peek over the mountain range of Tulare County this morning. This is the coolest portion of the day in Visalia right now. 43 degrees, 42 in Madera, and 50 in Fresno. Everyone's a little bit warmer compared to this time yesterday for the most part, so we are going to add to our high temperatures this afternoon. Still fairly seasonable. We're close to the average of 74. Still chilly out there. Still a hot cup of coffee type weather all the way through 10 o'clock this morning. At that point, some valley spots will start to sneak into the 60s. Your Halloween weekend shows conditions will be mild. Temperatures in the 70s. We'll still see some clouds on Saturday and some clouds returning on Halloween. We're not expecting any rain Halloween night. Good news for trick-or-treaters. The day after, different story. We'll talk about our chance of rain in a few minutes with the 7-day forecast. First for now, Liv, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Ruben. Well, local ski resorts are getting ready for the busy season, but in order to open, resorts need employees. China Peak Mountain Resort is having a job fair today to hire 200 employees. Positions include ski and snowboard instructors, sales, restaurant, bar, and hotel staff, so much more. Starting pay is $17.50 an hour. Now, this fair is at Sequoia Brewing Company in North Fresno, which is near Woodward Park. It starts at 9 a.m. this morning and wraps up at 4. But if you can't make it, there will be additional job fairs at China Peak every weekend, starting next weekend. We all have a camera in our pocket, which makes it easy to take snapshots wherever you go. But the next time you're on vacation, there's a website that makes it easy to hire a pro to capture special moments you'll cherish forever. Rich DeMuro explains in today's TechSmart.
We've all been there. Trying to take the perfect picture on vacation isn't easy.
Stay still.
Enter Flytographer, a website that lets you hire a professional photographer in hundreds of cities around the world.
My name's Nathalie, and I've been a Flytographer for about 6 years.
They'll meet you.
All right, ready to give me a thumbs up?
To snap photos with the best local backdrops.
If you like cityscape, you could get this. If you want something more traditional, you have temples.
Less than 3% of photographers who apply to our network are actually accepted, so we have a really rigorous vetting process.
Nicole Smith is founder and CEO of Flytographer. The idea came to her while on vacation.
A memory that shows the city and the people I'm with is kind of the best souvenir.
Packages start at $285. That includes 15 curated photos you can download.
Okay, now looking at me.
I met up with Flytographer Nathalie in Tokyo.
We're gonna get started with a shot from over here first, which is one of my favorite shots.
We spent about an hour walking the streets, snapping photos I couldn't get on my own.
You know how to pose a little bit yourself. Hold it. Hold it. If you can go a little more to the center, there's not as many people now. Hold it real quick.
The result? Lifelong memories. Way better than selfies or asking a stranger to take.
If you really want to capture something good quality and where it's not just your face, like taking up 75% of the photo, it's good to hire someone to actually do it for you.
Well, that is so cool. If you're looking for somewhere to vacation and maybe book a Flytographer, National Geographic has released a list of the most breathtaking places to vacation. San Francisco once again has bragging rights as one of the most breathtaking cities in the world, according to this list. National Geographic says San Fran's sun, sea, parks, beaches, history, fog, and hilly neighborhoods make it the perfect vacation destination. Other places that made the list: Switzerland, Colombia, Manchester, UK, and Trinidad and Tobago. Ksee 24 sunrise time is 6:44 and still ahead. Clovis High will face off against Clovis West tonight. Our Gabe Salazar is at a rally right now getting into the spirit, and we will have him live when we get back.
I see on Ksee stories of everyday people making a big difference. A community of local healthcare advocates committed to a healthier Central Valley. In fighters, I see courage. And in supporters, I see compassion. In survivors, I see grace and dignity. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact. And I invite you to see it all here every day on Ksee 24 News.
They walk among us. They dance and sing. They even rule our plaza. And Monday, they'll do it again. Today is where your Halloween begins.
Politician Adam Gray. You pay his salary, but he skips work. Skipped over 150 votes. Didn't even vote to stop the gas tax. When he does show up, his votes make things worse. Gray voted for a multi-million-dollar tax on dairy farmers, a $3 million tax on grape growers, and a massive tax increase on livestock feed. Adam Gray. We're better off without him. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With violent crime in our communities and the cost of gas, food, and medicine rising, we need a leader in the assembly that we can trust to fight for us, not a quitter like Mark Pazin. While murders in Merced County hit an all-time high, Mark shamefully abandoned his post as sheriff, quitting in the middle of a gang crisis to take a fancy Sacramento political gig. We can't trust a politician like Mark Pazin, who already turned his back on us. The stakes are too high.
I'm David Valadeo, and I approve this message.
For Rudy Salas, life is one big party. He didn't show up for work almost 450 times, but Rudy Salas did show up for luxury vacations and lavish parties paid for by lobbyists and special interests. And while Rudy Salas was having a good time, we got hammered by higher inflation and his 73-cent per gallon increase in the price of gas. Rudy Salas looks out for himself, and we get the bill.
We're kicking off our massive Black Friday sale this Halloween weekend at More Furniture.
Our showrooms are stocked and our warehouses are full with our best sellers and latest arrivals all on sale.
Now's the best time to get ready for the holiday season with incredible savings on the furniture you want, all ready for delivery.
Get your home ready for guests, entertaining, and more, all in time for the holidays.
Hurry in for this Halloween weekend's best selection or preview all Black Friday sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
Ksee 24 is brought to you in part by ServPro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
Welcome back. It's chilly out this morning, this afternoon. Pleasant, seasonable for our temperatures. We're going to hold on to the 70s, but this morning we start out with temperatures in the 40s for most of the valley. 42 in Hanford, 42 in Madera, and 43 in Visalia. Fresno still in the 50s. Compared to 24 hours ago, it is a little bit warmer out there compared to this time yesterday. So we are going to add to our high temperatures this afternoon. It's going to be a little bit warmer. High pressure is trying to build back over California, but it's not the strongest ridge. And plus, we have this trough that's going to start to dig in, sending us some clouds our way as early as the midday hours today. Quick look outside to our new Valley Cam. This one in Northwest Fresno at Sunmaid at Herndon and Palm Avenue. You can see the outline of the Sierra off in the distance. The sunlight's starting to peek over the mountain range this morning. Sunlight's starting to peek over the mountain range of Tulare County. This is a live picture from Lake Cahuilla thanks to Sequoia Parks Conservancy webcam. This is their webcam up there in the Tulare County foothills this morning. So it is going to be dry this weekend. High pressure trying to build back over California, so we're going to a little bit more. But at the same time, we have these clouds coming in advance of these systems out in the Pacific. So we'll see those clouds from time to time in the midday hours today into this afternoon. Futurecast shows that no rain expected with these clouds, and we'll have mostly clear skies tonight. And then another wave of cloud cover comes in tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, then clear skies for Sunday. So if you have plans outdoors, you're going to be fine, especially a lot of people celebrating Halloween this weekend. Things look to be all right. Just chilly in the morning and chilly in the evening hours. And of course, next week, though, after Halloween, that's where we're finally talking about rain returning to the Central Valley. 77 today in Pixley, 78 in Lemoore, 78 in 5 Points, 77 for Selma, 74 in Squaw Valley, 50s for China Peak and Sequoia, 67 in Yosemite Valley, 75 for Fireball, 75 for Dos Palos. We're close to average, which is 74 for this time of year. Good air quality in the North Valley today, then good in Sequoia National Park, moderate for the rest of the valley. Temperatures just chilly in the morning, so that's the only concern when it comes to walking the pup. But in the midday hours in the afternoon, really nice. Upper 60s to mid 70s. We'll see some clouds from time to time, but conditions will be dry. This is our friend Tess, dressed up as a I guess you could say a mailman, United States Postal Service employee, I guess you could say. Thank you to Mike and Jen for sending me this picture on my Facebook page. If you haven't done so already, send us pictures of your pup if you are interested in them for Halloween. We're going to show as many as we can on Halloween. We might even go a little past that. We're getting a lot right there. So look for Ruben Ksee 24 on social media. 7-day forecast shows pleasant conditions for this weekend. Feels like fall in the afternoon and definitely so late at night, early on in the morning. Halloween looking for a high of 77. No rain on Halloween night. Good news for trick-or-treaters. It'll be a little cloudy with temperatures in the 60s. Rain arrives by the late day hours on Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we'll start to see some clearing on Thursday, and temperatures at that point will be in the 50s across the Central Valley. Your regional forecast available any time of the day. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com to check it out. For now, Liv, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Ruben. Well, it's Friday, and that means Friday Night Lights tonight. Our Gabe Salazar is live at Clovis High. You have brought us amazing live hits all morning. I want to know what you have in store for this one. It's your last one, best one.
Yeah, Liv, they've been out here since 4 in the morning, so props to them. I want to test something out real quick, though. So I want to see how much spirit you guys have, because you guys are wrapping up on Clovis Week. I saw a sign when I walked into the gym that said "Entrance," so make some noise. All right, so joining me now is Braden. So you guys are looking for your 5th win of the season. What do you think it's going to take?
I think it's just going to take our freshman quarterback just put in the work, feeding our wide receivers, but it's really going to rely on our spirit and the O-line to protect our quarterback.
All right, and Kaylee, so what is it like having the Clovis community out in support of Clovis High?
We truly have the best community and support behind us, and that makes us do so well.
All right, so we have Coogie, the Cougar, and Cougieette. They've been hibernating, but now they woke up. So break down your best dance move. The game for the JV team is going to be at 4 tonight. For varsity, it's going to be at 7. Everyone in attendance gets a free ticket to tonight's game as well. That's why they've been out here since 4 in the morning. All right, I want to do a quick poll right now. So, how do you guys feel about Clovis West? All right, what about Clovis East? Buchanan? All right, what about Clovis High? All right. I love the music they've been playing all morning long, so why don't you guys sing along right now? Pumped up for the game. Again, it's going to be at 7 tonight at the home team at Clovis West. Back to you, Liv.
Gabe, you've been asking them all morning who they think is going to win. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think is going to win tonight?
So they're asking me who I think is going to win tonight. What should I say? Yeah, obviously Clovis High.
All right. We'll see what happens tonight. Thank you, Gabe. Ksee 24 sunrise time is 6:53, and when we're back, we'll take a look at this morning's top stories. But first, here's what's coming up today on the Today Show at 7.
Good morning, guys. We'll have more on that breaking news overnight. Elon Musk completing his blockbuster purchase of Twitter. So what is next for him, the popular platform, and all of its users? We'll take a closer look. Also ahead, as we gear up for our big costume reveal on Monday, this morning we've got tips to keep your Halloween festivities fun and safe. Plus, we're getting you ready for a weekend of football. We've got some of the NFL's most passionate fans. So wait until you see what happened when our own Harry Smith was welcomed into the Bills Mafia. You can only imagine. And we'll see you in just a bit right here on Today.
Halloween Costumes 2022.
Trick or treat!
The hottest costumes of the season, inspired by pop culture.
You can be your very own Marilyn.
Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition tonight at 7 on Ksee 24. 15 years of exclusive coverage inside Fresno State. A tradition for Bulldog fans with stories and moments that matter most. The Bulldog Insider, Sunday on Ksee 24. Sponsored by Fashion Furniture.
I see on Ksee stories of everyday people making a big difference. I see farmers and ranchers providing food for the nation. The work they do is so vitally important, and that inspires me to make sure they know what to prepare for. From their farm to our tables, we are all connected in the Central Valley. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact, and I invite you to see it all here every day on Ksee 24 News.
Local patients and hospitals are feeling the effect of a statewide nursing shortage. And due to persistent underfunding by the state of California, Fresno State's acclaimed nursing program turns away top nursing candidates when we've needed them the most. By passing Measure E, we can help Fresno State triple the capacity for their nursing program and graduate more nurses to serve right here in our own community. Please join me in voting yes on Measure E.
He cost local farmers millions. So now he runs for Congress? John Duarte. A judge ruled Duarte knowingly sold defective trees to local farmers. A mutation affected the tree's growth. Duarte knew, but sold them anyway, costing local farmers millions. Then Duarte refused to refund their money, acting like he's above the law. A guy like John Duarte in Congress? It could cost us all. House Majority PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
You got 100 points.
Have you been moisturizing?
Just sunscreen.
That's 50 points.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn points. Who's got 200 points?
You've got 200 points.
It's the free loyalty program that rewards you. They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And helps your money, health, and happiness live longer.
These times, 200 points.
Start earning and redeeming points today.
Inflation, the drought, restrictions on women's health. This year's been tough on the people of our valley and our nation. I'm Jim Costra, and that's why in Congress, I'm fighting to get things done for all of us. Passing the Inflation Reduction Act to lower drug costs, securing billions of dollars for water infrastructure and a clean water supply, while fighting for women's reproductive rights. I approve this message because the Valley is our home, and I will never stop working for you.
Ksee 24's On the Map is brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
Here's a look at today's top stories. The country's GDP rose 2.6% between July and September. This comes as President Joe Biden and others in his party are fighting for control in the House and Senate. The president says the latest economic report shows Americans are in a better position for pay raises and job security, even with the current rate of inflation. And Paul Pelosi, husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is in the hospital this morning after being assaulted in their San Francisco home. According to a press release from the House Speaker's office, an assailant broke into the home, violently attacked Paul Pelosi. That suspect is in custody, and there's no word yet on a possible motive. But Paul is expected to make a full recovery, and Nancy Pelosi was not at their home at the time. Police identified the suspect in a stabbing at the Ford Lithia dealership in Fresno as 36-year-old Manuel Bracker. Police say Bracker allegedly followed the victim to the Ford dealership from the nearby Target parking lot and attacked him in front of a room full of people. Well, 2 years ago, he was charged with attempted murder of someone else he didn't know, but that charge was reduced to a lesser crime, so he ended up only serving 1 year in jail. The victim that he stabbed is in critical but stable condition. Local ski resorts are getting ready for the busy season, and China Peak Mountain Resort is having a job fair. It's today at Sequoia Brewing Company in North Fresno. It starts at 9 o'clock, wraps up at 4 p.m. Positions include ski and snowboard instructors. You can get into sales, the restaurant, the bar, hotel staff, and so much more. If you can't make it, there will be additional job fairs at China Peak every weekend, starting next weekend.
And good news, next week by this time we could finally see snow at the highest elevations of the Sierra. For your Halloween weekend, things will be dry, still fairly mild. Let's take you outside first to show you current conditions from our Valley Cam. This is one of our new Valley Cams in Tulare, at the Tulare outlets in the South Valley. Looking to the north this morning, you can see clear skies. Now, we're going to see some clouds move in today through Saturday. Not expecting any rain for these clouds. A lot of people have plans. It is Halloween weekend. Things are going to look pretty good in the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-70s, but obviously early on in the morning and in the evening, temperatures on the chilly side. Halloween in the daytime, we'll see some clouds move in, temperatures in the 70s, but we're not expecting any rain Halloween night. Good news for trick-or-treaters. We will see a little bit of rain starting Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday. Snow levels in the Sierra start off about 7,000 feet, but they could dip down to 4,000 feet by Wednesday afternoon. So it's definitely going to be much colder. Valley temperatures drop into the 50s. So it's going to go from feeling like fall finally to feeling a little like winter by Wednesday. For now, Liv, we'll send it back to you on this Friday morning.
Those highs of 59 are scaring me. Well, stay tuned for the Today Show. We'll be back at 11 for Ksee 24 midday.